How's it, everyone? Welcome to Race Space. Tonight we are doing the Rally Fighters Championship here again with the Rallycross. We are at Dirtfish again, but new track layout this time around. We're doing the mill run course. Starting the stream up with me tonight is JPH. How's it going, man?
Good evening, everyone. Yeah, not too bad. Looking forward to another night of Rallycross.
Yeah, it should be good. So, anyone that doesn't know, I'm K9. I'm on most of these Rallycross, Rally Fighters streams on commentary. You should be sick of my voice by now. But anyways, let's get this racing underway, because we've got a few races to get through tonight. I can see we've got a full Audi race here. And they're all pretty quick guys, these guys. So what do you think about this lineup here, JP?
It's certainly quick. I think you got to be looking at Jacques and Berries, but if Ratek's on it, it's going to be a close race nonetheless.
Yeah, you can definitely never count out Ratek. He's got the pace when he needs it, but the guys, obviously Berries and Jacques, are two sort of standout drivers. They've both won a couple of races between them.
I think the interesting thing to know with this course is the Joker. It's such a difficult entry.
It is.
Especially,
it's a very tough one when you got cars behind you. It's a mission.
Well, it's almost an 3 cars in heat, because you've got less to worry about when you enter it. When it comes to finals night, it's going to be chaos.
It is. Also, this is the 3-car race, so all the other races will be 4-car races. It's always going to be first race of a qualifying round will be 3, and then it goes to 4. So this being in the 3-car races is a bit easier, or should be a bit easier for guys. It gives you some room to work with. And generally speaking, when you've got the faster guys in those 3-car races, then they have a chance to put in maybe their best times. Jacques, not having competed last week, he will be in, I think, all of those 3-car races. So in a way, it's a bit of a tactical advantage for him.
Jacques has got the first corner wrong as well. He's just nabbed the inside barrier and he's allowed Berries through.
Full send there from Berries. Great entry there to the second tunnel. And Ratek not too far behind either, so it's still looking like a good race here.
Lovely little section. It's just flicking the car left and right.
Especially that one that they've just gone through. That last turn is a very tight turn. It catches you off pretty easily. So Berries into the Joker lap now. I think Ratek followed behind.
Indeed.
You can just see he comes out there in front of Jacques as well. So Jacques has to still take his Joker lap. I've been told that the Joker lap is quicker than the standard lap.
Yeah, you can see the gap between Berries and Jacques, 3.5. So I reckon it's about a 3 seconds time gain through the Joker lap. Yeah.
Ooh, you can just see there how critical it is to get it right through these sections. Otherwise, you can cause a big pileup.
On board with Jacques going through this little section. Really.
You can just see how tight it is. You need a lot of handbrake on that section. You can see Jacques goes into the Joker lap now. So that'll probably put him out in front of Ratek if he gets it right. And it has. He's just come out there in front of Ratek. But Berries obviously wasn't involved in that pile-up in the tunnels, so he has got some clean space or clean air to work with now there.
It's interesting Berries line into that double right hand, but he keeps it quite tight on the entry. You'd think he'd go a little bit wider. Jacques just a little bit wider.
I think what happens with Berries, I was watching there, is he enters the turn wide and then comes in tighter. Whereas some of the other guys we might see, I think some guys might start turning earlier, but then you've got a much harder 90-degree turn almost into that tunnel. So,
Oh, that's
ooh,
buried into
Barry's
the
at a
wall.
big mistake there. So luckily he's got some space to work with there, but that definitely probably gave him some damage as well. He's got another lap now.
All 3 cars in one frame.
Proper full send, but into the wall.
Into the wall, yeah.
Ooh, now you see with the rallycross cars, it's very difficult to get back into first gear again once you've gone into reverse. You have to be at a complete stop.
Stop, yeah. Project cars have to be a complete stop to get from first to reverse and from reverse back to first. It's a bit annoying, really, because you know in real life that wouldn't be the case. But Jacques is catching berries, but it's just a little too late.
Remember, Barry's has probably got some damage from hitting the wall. He hit it like face on, so he's probably struggling a little bit.
Wide as well.
You can see Jacques also very wide. Almost wonder if it's a strategy there to go wide and then come back.
It's a way of trying to square the corner up, ready for the second one. Trying to square it up, get a more direct route into it. But you get it wrong, and there's
Into
very
the
good
wall.
margin for error.
So that was the first race done now. Pretty good race there from Barry's, other than his little mistake. You can see some pretty good lap times there. And I'm sure it's going to get better as the night goes on. This is obviously everyone getting their first taste of the track with the competition on it. So I think it's going to be good. On to the 4-car races. So there's Ratek joining us now. How's it going, man?
How's it going? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear there.
That's good. Oh dear, yeah. That's it's tough to go straight into first race. Hope I didn't hold up Jacques too much there.
Yeah, it's a bit of pressure going into the first race.
Yeah, it definitely is. But
I'm going to leave you, chaps, because I'm about to race. So
awesome.
enjoy.
Have a good one. We'll see you when we see you.
have a good one, JP. So, yeah, glad to get this underway again, Rally Fighters, with a rallycross. But yeah, definitely just tricky, very technical track this is, to find a fast line. But just caught the door going into the shed, and that's what kind of stopped me dead, and then I felt Jacques get held up there.
And it's not like it's just one or two areas. Like pretty much almost every turn on this track can end in a disaster, as we saw with Barry's on that final section earlier. He also made a mistake, believe it or not. So it is a tricky track. But anyways, going into this next race, we have JPH, Kento, and Kenny and Dusty. So another strong lineup here.
Yeah, definitely is. We saw JPH have a good run the last time round, didn't we?
Yeah, he had some good battles with you in the last round of Dirtfish, which was the pro course layout. You guys had some good battles. Very close in all the qualifyings as well, looking back on it.
Yeah, and we know Dusty and Kenny are always very strong up the front runners, and Kento he's had this season so far. He had a very strong run the first round, didn't he? At the ice at Sampala.
He did.
Struggled a bit at the second round, but
he did get one or two good rounds of qualifying, I think, but it just was the consistency he was lacking a bit, which let him down. But we'll see here if he does better. I'm sure he will. He improved the whole of last season, so I'm sure he will this season. Anyways, on to the race. I'm sure this is all the guys. Also, remember Kento is getting used to a new car this season. He was in the Honda last season.
I was going to say, with them Fords around this tight technical track. It's going to be
It's a big
it's very
car.
hard.
I was
Yeah,
speaking to the Matsutsi brothers, Carlo and Ali, before the event, and they were saying that it's a very tricky car to get around this track.
can imagine, can you? Because I mean, like if you want to get it sideways, like how the majority of guys do.
And
But
Carlo wants to send it.
yeah, and there's not the width. There's always a hazard, isn't there? It's either a wall or a tyre barrier or
Well,
a
that's the
Armco
thing,
barrier.
especially if you drive in the cockpit or helmet cam view, because you can't really, like, my problem with that car was always you just sort of have to take a corner a bit wider than what you actually think because of how long the nose of that car is. When you're sitting in the cockpit, it doesn't look like it's that much further in front than what it's quite a long nose. You clip the inside of
Yeah.
a corner very easy in that car. And I think the reason actually is in the Mini, for example, you're sitting up high and you look down on your bonnet, whereas the Ford, you sit very low and you're looking sort of up and over. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I think the problem is in that car compared to most of the others.
This first section is always really tricky with these four cars to try and get into that around the first few bends.
It is. But Dusty off to a great start there.
Keeping
Kenny
it
slips
tight,
through
Kenny,
in
follow.
second. Now they got to be careful in this piece because this is pretty much, I mean, if you can get two cars through that at all in this event, I'm going to be pretty impressed.
Just see JP just side glance the barrier, but he got away with it, didn't turn him round, so
So we're just
Good
saying
job
this
there.
is a very tight section they're coming up to now. You have to be hard on that handbrake. You can see Kento just ran it slightly wide. But he goes Joker lap now. So the Joker is actually quicker, so he might come out sort of side by side with the front runners here. No, he's still behind them. Very close to Kenny though.
you see Dusty went for his Joker as well. It's coming up.
So that'll be why I wondered why Dusty was quite a bit further ahead than Kento at the moment. So that's why he's gapped Kenny as well. So Kenny's got his Joker to use. So that'll probably, if he doesn't make a mistake, that'll probably put him out around Dusty. I wonder if he's going to answer back now or if he's going to wait till the end. If he thinks he's fast, I would probably wait till the end.
Kento keeping on pace since he's come out from the Joker. He's keeping on pace with Kenny, which is it's
I
impressive.
think as well, when you got a guy like Kenny in front of you, you're probably going to try and stick on his lines, maybe learn a thing or two. Because generally speaking, Kenny's going to be one of the faster guys. Even if he's not always winning, you'll have a good line and set some good times.
GP just, you see a little bit of contact. He's removed that famous front bumper of the Mini, which you've got to do in at least lap 1 or 2. I mean, get rid of that thing. You don't need it. It's extra weight.
Also, he'll have picked up some damage now, I think, which on this track, I can imagine it's very difficult when you got damage.
Yeah,
Look how fast Dusty's going there, though. He just flicks it like with ease. It didn't seem to have come to that much of a stop on that corner, which I almost have to stop completely while I'm rotating the car. He just flicks it easily.
keeping a lot of pace up. Kenny's done his Joker. He just comes out of there now, and he's onto the back of Dusty.
Let's see Dusty on this corner. I love full sending on this corner. It's one of my favorite corners.
It's very tidy there from Dusty. I think Kenny mirror
also.
image, mirror image of both the lines there, wasn't it?
And look at this section here. Very, very full send there from Kenny. I wonder, he clipped the wall.
Yeah,
He clipped the wall.
Cameraman was just.
I think a little too
not
eager
prepared.
there. A little too eager there from Kenny.
It's probably picked up a little bit of damage as well now, which is just altering the driving style of his car, isn't it?
But I think on this track of all the cars, this Citroen and the Audi as well, being small like they are, they're probably very well suited compared to some of the cars tonight. The Mini is also a bit big. Ford, I think, is the biggest. What other cars have we got here tonight? We've got... let me just check. We've got Fords, we've got Mini, we've got Audi, and Citroen. That's it.
That's it, yeah.
Our other cars didn't register tonight, unfortunately.
Oh, JP just clipped that barrier coming out of the Joker. See him do a 360 in the background there.
He's going for style points, I think. You got to go for style points when you're in the Mini. The Mini looks best when it's drifting all over the place.
Yeah. I got screenshots and...
Awesome. So on to race 3, qualifying 1.
Seems so messy. When you go into the first race, you haven't got time just to prep all your different devices that we need the information on there. So eventually now I've got sorted with...
Alright, so in this race we got Ali, Carlo, so the two Matsutsi brothers. We'll see two of those white and blue Fords, those big monsters of cars, the American tanks. Then we got Scott and Mark, so that is Motormouth and McQuartie. So both of those, so it's a full Ford race again. All of these guys are Fords.
Yeah,
that's gonna be tough. 4 Fords, the biggest car, and 4 of them.
Do you think we can fit two Fords side by side anywhere on this track at the moment?
Okay, so JPH has just let us know here on the YouTube stream he didn't connect his wheel properly, so he was using controller in that race. So now that makes it a bit more obvious to why he was struggling.
Yeah, that's impressive to have to even... I don't know whether I could even complete a race on controller on there.
I would definitely still just brave it out. I wouldn't do very well, but I would brave it out till the end just to get some sort of points, not to get 0. But we're just waiting there for Motormouth to get in his car, and then we will start.
As we know, he's probably having a chat with his mechanics. There we are. He's dived in.
All right, so we've got the 4 cars, 4 Fords, and we are ready to go. Now, what do you think's going to happen?
I don't think you can predict on any race on this track. Few corners.
I have to say, I think we're definitely at some point tonight going to see a major pile-up in that first tunnel.
And you've just cursed it.
And if there's ever a time where it seems most likely, it's where we got our 4 biggest cars on the track together at once. So I'm hoping it doesn't happen, but the odds aren't looking good right now with this car.
Yeah, I can definitely feel the anticipation there, but I'm hoping. I mean, like, it probably play massive to the bloke that pays it with caution. You know what I mean? Just drop behind.
Not if you got the guy at the back. If they pile up in front of you, you still got nowhere to go. It's such a thin tunnel that you would have to wait for them to right themselves again. So, I mean, it's definitely something that will throw a spanner in the works.
Yeah, the advantage is you wouldn't be the one with major damage and suspension damage, which...
But you got to remember, qualifying, you're not just racing these guys. You're racing the guys in the previous 2 races. So it's definitely... it'll throw a spanner in the works, especially if it happens in the faster lobbies later tonight. That'll shake things up a lot. But let's see how it goes. We got our full senders going into turn 1 here.
It's got Motormouth Finale on the front row and McQuartie and Matsushi on the second row.
So Ali is that Ford with the yellow on the grill. Carlo's one, same livery, but he's got blue there, I think. You can see the mirrors on their cars as well. The mirrors for Ali is yellow, matching the grille, and blue for Carlo there in the background. So it's also two teams. Motor Madness and the star-covered Fords. They're also teammates with Kento, and then we've got Team Matsutsi there in the white and blue Fords. And they're off.
Guys, Motor
Mouth didn't launch properly there, but let's see. Ooh, bit of a knock there into turn one. Another knock there for the other two. But that puts Marquardt currently in the lead. We saw some bumpers fly off there from the Fords. I think it was Ali.
Two Matsutsi brothers there, nice and tight on track. Hunting down Marquardt now. See whether they can reel him in. Ooh, there's a little bit of contact.
I think Ali's probably going to go Joker here. I think I would. It's maybe Carlo would follow him through as well, unless Marquardt does Joker.
I think
Carlo goes Joker, but Ali stays there. So Ali is through now. But Carlo should come out ahead of these guys, and he does.
Ooh, just clicks them
inside with that nose, like we were talking about earlier. Just slightly longer than you think it is.
Doesn't lose him too much time, but
nice through that first corner. I can see Ali does the same. I think he's struggling a bit. His car looks a bit skew at times. Another car where the nose just comes off the front bumper is just permanently off on these cars. Even worse than the Mini, I think. The Ford one is always off. Not strong bumper in this game.
Just check on Marquardt back here. He's keeping it tidy and controlled, really. Which
so he doesn't take his Joker yet. He's saving it for later.
I think Motormouth must be struggling.
Sounds like it. It doesn't sound like he's revving very high.
Back to the front, Matsutsi just in front. Ali has done his Joker as well now, so he's on to the back end.
They both look pretty much the same with their lines and everything, so... I think this is very nice team footage we're getting here. Two teammates right close to each other.
I wonder if Marquardt is going to go for his Joker yet.
Yeah,
he does this on this lap.
I don't think it's going to get him in front of those two right now, but we'll see. No, he's a bit further back. But last lap now for these guys up front. And it's looking like it's Carlo's race here. He full send. No, that's Ali, sorry. Ali full sends. And he just scrapes the wall with the back of his car there. Nicely done. Ooh, and so does his brother Carlo there. He doesn't slow him down. He just brushed it.
I was going to say, it's a long car,
almost.
Isn't it?
He's doing it on a lot of the corners here. He just scrapes it ever so slightly on the wall with the back.
Ooh,
but he hits it much harder there, and Ali is going to take it from him on the last section.
Just a bit too wild on that long back end. Just clipped the wall.
I know they're teammates and I know they're brothers, but I'm pretty sure Ali will be pretty happy with that.
I think there'll be a bit of brother rivalry abuse going on, won't they, down the microphone there?
They look pretty equal here tonight, the two brothers. So I would reckon if they're in some more races here tonight, they will be close. It does look like they are in one more together tonight in qualifying 4, so that'll be fun to watch. So Motormouth now just coming up to the last section. And he crosses the line there in 4th. It does look like someone's disappeared here though now. I hope they... okay. It shows
DNF. Motormouth, yeah, it's...
It wasn't the DNF, it just showed like one of the people left the lobby, so I was hoping it wouldn't move their time away, because otherwise they would have got a 0. Or put to the bottom with no time. So
all good on
they just
recording the data.
They just got to be careful with that. Never leave a lobby too early, because we need those results to classify you, or you will not get your result, unfortunately. Anyways, on to qualifying 2, race 1. We have Scott, so he better not go anywhere. We've got Ali, he better not go anywhere, and we have Jacques. So remember, Jacques didn't race last time at Dirtfish, so he will be in the first race for the rest of the qualifyings, because he didn't set any times. He had no finishing position. Obviously, this is based on where they came qualifying 2 for last time's race, and so it starts slowest first and it progresses to fastest. So these were the guys from there.
Okay, I can just see that Jacques has wrote a message. He's preparing for something else. So I don't know whether that's a... he's not going to be able to make it for the rest of the night.
Okay. Well,
just confirmation would just help to clarify whether we can start the race without you. Jacques?
Just give him a second or two, and then if he doesn't join, we'll have to go ahead, unfortunately. In a way, it's a bonus if it happens for these two guys, because then they got a bit more track to work with. I'm sure Ali would like some room to work with. Unfortunate for the viewers though, but as a driver in rallycross in the qualifying stages, sometimes I find my worst races are when there's less cars, because I feel like I should be more comfortable and confident, and then I go and I hit the wall.
Yeah, you think, right, I can go faster now because there's less traffic to contend with, and next minute, you make a mistake yourself.
You full send it too hard. You think you've got the whole track to work with, and you work with a bit too much track that isn't there.
So what you're saying is really you're a crowd pleaser, because you think, right, the cameras might be on me, I'll give it a big one now and send it into this corner. I know, yeah.
Well, I want the cameras to come watch me in other races. So if I could get them to watch me in a few, then maybe they come back and look later. But it doesn't look like Jacques joining, so I think we're going to have to go on without him. Anyways, onwards.
Yeah, as you say, I mean, for these two guys now, both just raced as well, it's going to give them a lot more better feeling. Hopefully Motormouth can launch it off the line a little bit. Maybe he had a bit of an issue, but we do know that he's not feeling great today, is he? He's maybe a little bit...
He did mention that he's not feeling so great, so...
Yep.
Good job for making it tonight. We appreciate it, and hope that you have a bit of a better run this go around. But also Ali now with some more track to work with. That's what we will be looking at as well. We know that Ali gets mega launches off these lines, so let's see how he goes here. I hope he doesn't get too confident here and jump start it, because that would suck for him.
That would turn it into an epic kind of.
Imagine they both
Jump.
jump started. Motormouth followed him in a jump start.
You really are trying to set the commentator's curse tonight, aren't you? It's, let's not mention it until they've both launched off that line and have a nice first clean corners.
You can see the ambulance is on standby there on the right.
No official sponsor tonight, which I'm a bit miffed at. Obviously,
Yeah, no, they pulled out because we didn't mention them enough, or we mentioned them too much. They were sick of us. So
well,
we'll
I
just
mean,
have to talk about that ambulance instead.
Yeah.
Whatever that ATT is in the background, or ATI. Can't tell what it says there. But Ali with a good launch there. Motormouth with a pretty good launch as well, actually.
Yeah, definitely got off the line better this time. Slightly love taps the back end of Ali there going into that first turn, but
didn't look too serious though.
Clean.
They're both going well here. Ooh, close there. And he saved it. He didn't go into the wall, but he came very close there, Motormouth.
You could see he was hard on the brakes at that section, wasn't it, and just pushed him on.
The trick here is going to be to not get damage. If you get damage, you're going to have a horrible run. You want to not have any damage, especially in this kind of section where it's super tight.
Ali
So straight
diving
away
for
to
the
the alley.
Joker.
You see, I think he just wants that confidence that he's got space around him. He doesn't want to keep worrying about a car that could potentially maybe brake late and possibly hit him. You know, that's always on my mind when I got cars behind me. Is you're just a bit worried that someone maybe gets too eager, just overshoots slightly. But he did clip that corner there now. Nice.
I think
there.
Motormouth,
He might have just clipped the corner there.
just runs it wide
into
again.
the wall. So he struggles a little bit on that turn. We saw that earlier. He just.
I think it's a heavy braking point on gravel, isn't it? So there's a lot of momentum in that car.
And you also need to
try
get
and slow down.
you need to get the car pretty sideways there as well. I think I'm not sure he goes sideways enough because he almost makes it like two 90-degree turns instead of like a smooth motion. So we'll watch him a bit later on. Let's check out Ali right now. Full sending there. That's nice and sideways. Is he going to do it here as well? Very
Nice and controlled.
tight.
That's a tricky section through that tunnel there. That
Super
is
tricky.
You clip a barrier and
Because
9 times out of 10
it's not
you're
a
round.
straight. It's not a straight section either through the tunnel. It's
No.
got a bit of a curve to it, and it's tight, so not easy. I think he just clipped his nose there ever so slightly. He's just struggling maybe with the long car, but doing a decent job of it.
Keeping it nice and controlled in the corners, which at the end of the day I think the more you can do that and the less mistakes that you have, generally the overall time is faster, isn't it? It just runs wide, clips the barrier with his back
Doesn't
end, but
seem to have impacted him too much, though. Luckily,
this cameraman needs to know how to turn, like, pan right a little bit, doesn't he, when they drift out wide? But
his arms are too tired. There's so much turning on this track. And he's going to send it nice and sideways there. He does a good job there. I like that one.
yeah, I always have a second nip of the handbrake just to turn it into the shed.
I think it
Through them
depends. It
doors.
depends on your angle as you get there. Sometimes, if you get it perfect, and it's very rarely that very rarely that I get it perfect, but sometimes you can actually just send it the full way into the tunnel without having to adjust. But most of the time, yes, I also have to adjust it slightly. But very nice there from Ali. He does a good job, and over the line he goes.
Motormouth just hear him, but I
Just
couldn't
struggling,
see
but
him.
I think he's picked up damage here. He looks like he's having a bit of a harder time than he was earlier in the race. Nice flick
rotation.
there. Ooh, but
Oh,
just too
caught his
tight.
nose.
Just too tight. It was looking good though. We liked that little flick. Gonna struggle now though with that damage.
I mean, for technicality, this track and maybe the next one after this are probably the toughest that we've got coming up in the season. We've got a couple more that can be highlighted.
I think Boneyard's not as bad. The Boneyard layout of this track is a little. It's got a tricky section on it. Not really the technicality, but just the terrain. I would say there's a piece where it sort of is bumpy and it can throw you a bit. It's not the most complex of courses, but
bear with me. I got the screenshot. I've hit the wrong button again. Apologies. Left the lobby. I'll be back in seconds.
But yeah, as I was saying, so it's the next one, Boneyard. I wouldn't say it's up there with the most technical on the calendar. I think this one definitely, this layout, which is the Mill Run.
Yeah.
And then maybe let's say Hockenheim definitely always.
Yeah.
Spain to a degree. And I'm also gonna say Brands Hatch. Brands Hatch isn't as tight, but it's got sections that are very tight, and they got lots of walls and tires, and
they're not really tires, are they? They're not tires at Brands Hatch. They're concrete blocks painted like a tire.
Yeah, shaped. Some guys molded them into the shape of a tire, but it's actually it's just concrete. But for this next race now, we have McQuartie, Dusty, Carlo, and Kento. So we got all of them in the lobby right now. So, I mean, the guy's doing a very good job so far this season to get into these lobbies efficiently. So good job, guys. We appreciate it. It speeds the process up quite a lot. All right, let's get this race underway. The guys are all ready.
So I wonder how Dusty's feeling with 3 big Fords around him there.
Yeah.
He's got Matt.
Hope he doesn't have small man syndrome. But I doubt he does. He's gonna rock it here. I'm pretty sure that as long as he can get through that first tunnel, depending on where he starts on the grid here, that's gonna be.
It's gonna be massive. Exciting. Yeah, the starting position is gonna be massive for him. Whether if he starts at the back, it'd be nice in one way to see how he can work with the traffic. But from his point of view, he's definitely going to want to be starting.
He doesn't want to be at the back here, and then there's a pile up in the tunnel. That's what we're trying to say.
Computer's been kind to him and given him prime position there.
I reckon he can take this. If he gets a good enough launch, he'll probably get out of this turn in front.
Kento on that more of an inside line, I'd say, for that first turn, isn't it? Because even though you start on a bend,
you kind of have to slow down more from the inside, though. So that'll be the issue here. You can see Dusty was already spinning his tires.
Mega launch.
I think he's doing that trick he was talking about the other day. What was it? Starting in 3rd gear.
I think so. Yeah, I think he's found a good way to launch that car. Matsucci, he's doing a 360.
Carlo there.
Yeah. Dropping him a lot of time on that first lap, so let's see if he can... big full send, he's got it wrong way into that tyre, which doesn't move, does it? So he's just got to calm it down now, hasn't he, and concentrate on having a clean run.
He did mention that he struggles a lot with his Ford. Remember, it's still early days in the season, so he's just getting used to that car. But let's have a look now at Dusty there. He is not struggling in this new car of his, which is the Audi.
See, Kento's behind him, but Kento has done his Joker, so that's how much Dusty has been able to pull away.
So I reckon, I mean, if Dusty's feeling any pressure at all with the guy in his mirrors, he might just Joker now. But I mean, it's Dusty, he's not going to feel pressure.
Keeps it really smooth through that section, which, as you were saying before, it's hard to keep momentum and keep it smooth, isn't it, in one line? So mega job.
He sort of flicks it there. It's quite cool to watch. I don't know how he does it. I have to almost come to a dead stop, like as I'm rotating. He just seems to flick it perfect. But I'm sure he's got the fastest time on this track. He does on all of them. So. So if there's a guy you ever want to see the line that you take, you watch Dusty. Full send there from Kento. He just clipped the wall though, I think. Marquardt with a proper full send there. That was nice to watch.
See how Matsuchi, I think he's still struggling, yeah.
He tried an early full send there. My hat goes off to him. I like that early full send on this corner, but just not enough momentum.
When you pull it off and it works out right in that corner, you do feel mega, don't you?
You do, yeah. I still think if there was a sort of a special event or competition for full send drift, we need to invite Matsuchi. He's one of the guys I would want to see in an event like that.
Definitely.
Anyways, on the last lap now, going through the final tunnel is Dusty. Just a bit too fast into that corner. Not his usual self, but didn't give him too much damage. So, I mean, he'll just be right back on it now.
Going back to what you were saying about Dusty with like the time trials and stuff like that, I've never brought up his Ghost and had a time trial run against it because I just don't want to get demoralised.
I don't think I would see his Ghost if I had it up, to be honest. He'd be so far in front.
Kento's made a mistake. He's having to recorrect the car. Tight section through there.
Especially
it's
for
quite
the
rough
Fords.
through that section as well, isn't it? It does unsettle the car quite a lot.
Can see all the Ford guys struggling a bit here. And over the line goes Marquardt, so we're just waiting on... It looks like he's under ice or something. What's going on there?
Yeah. He's frozen. He's landed in a river that's at São Paulo in Canada.
Yeah, this is an odd view.
Really strange.
Nice. It's like the cameraman dropped his camera on the car. We're just staring at like I don't know what's going on there. It's taking frozen game to a complete new level. It's frozen his whole car properly. Either that or he's under the ground or something. That was an interesting view we just saw there. So unfortunately for Matsuchi, there was a DNF. So he's got to hope that some of the guys have worse races than him here to try and get higher up on the times. Otherwise, that will be probably last place for this qualifying session.
I don't know. I've always got my run yet, so he's got a chance to be not quite stone last.
So we're going to need a new cameraman on this one, I think. So I think where is Motormouth? I'm hoping that he's around to be the cameraman because Kenny, Ryan, JPH, and Mark are up. There's Motormouth, our trusty cameraman. JPH is in now. So we got a nice mini. So it's 3 different cars here. I'm liking the variety of cars. We've had a couple of races now where it's more or less the same car in the race, but this is a good one.
On there now. I don't want to hear you twice, no offence, but I don't.
What's wrong with my voice?
Nothing, but in duplicate it's kind of weird, especially when you're saying the same thing over and over again. Oh man.
It was just confirmed by JPH that Dusty does have the world record on this track.
I'm shocked by that.
Yeah, that's terrible, isn't it? I mean, you would never think.
Yeah,
No.
a usual
For
occurrence for Rallycross on this game is to see Dusty's name on that first place spot. But these are all the cars.
He made it his mantra, didn't he? To just go out and try and get the world record on as many
Yeah, I
of these
mean,
tracks as humanly possible.
I don't think he arrives at a race without being the record holder for that track. So
I'm just waiting for it to come up on here. It's telling me no data available yet. I'm just waiting to see.
As a broadcaster and a director, it doesn't show you for whatever reason. I don't know why. I think it's because you don't. I think it's because you don't have a car in the race. So it just doesn't show
nothing
you
to compare.
I don't think it can read what class you're in because you're not in a car. So
Yeah, there's some. I mean, it should work out as rallycross, but again, it could be different types of car, couldn't it? So.
yeah, well, I know some people set times on these tracks in stupid cars like open wheels, and so maybe I'll do that one day. I'll try I'll be a record holder for go-karts on these tracks.
I'd just be able to crash faster in open wheels.
Yeah.
That's definitely what I can do, I can tell you that.
Anyway, so this is a good starting spot now for Kenny and for Ratek. There you can see that they have got good luck of the draw there. JPH and Berries in the second row.
I think the right-hand side is better here. I don't...
It is, because I think when you're close to the wall you have to brake a bit sooner going into that first turn, whereas on the outside you get to carry a little bit more speed. We'll see. Good start there from Ratek. Kenny going to go up the inside though, side by side. Who's going to back out here?
Oh!
Jeez, that was close. Lucky there was no pile up.
They're all really tight there, mine, aren't they?
Super close train right now. This is a cool race to watch.
Mark's ideal thing is for Kenny to hit the barn on the way in and stop everybody behind him.
Kenny ran it wide again, so Berries
he got through.
Takes a look.
Got through there.
JP not far behind either in the Mini. The Mini is quite a bit bigger than those other cars as well. I think so. Ratek took the Joker there, and that was something that we were talking about earlier. If you've got an opportunity to do that and you've got cars behind you, especially if it's Kenny or someone, it's just nice to not have so much pressure in your mirrors all the time.
Yeah, because you're still clean, aren't you? You've still got clean track.
Yeah, and he just gets to focus on his race right now. He doesn't have to look at the cars behind him. So obviously he still will feel that pressure because they do have to Joker, but he won't have as much as he would if they were in his mirrors permanently.
That's true. Look at.
But now, will Kenny answer back immediately, or is he just going to carry on? Because that would also have an effect on Mark's race.
That's true. Berries is not far behind. I know the timing screen seems to say a bit different, but...
JP just makes a mistake there, and Kenny does. He answers back right now, so this will be interesting. Where does he rejoin?
Stay with him and see if he...
Just ahead of Ratek there. So that was good decision there from Kenny.
Any of these three could still take it with a lap left. I mean,
remember, Berries also has to take that Joker now. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He might get a bit nearer.
He might,
not so much from Kenny.
He might slot in between Kenny and Ratek, to be honest.
That's what I was thinking. So I'm thinking Kenny's pulled away a little bit. He's managed to get a little bit of a gap in there.
I wonder if Berries might just take it now, because I don't know. He looks to be gaining on Ratek, and he might not want to gamble that maybe, because if Ratek or someone makes a mistake in front of him, like he sort of did now, it could hold him up. So I reckon he might just Joker now.
it's certainly going to be close. He's got to Joker.
Let's see what he's doing now. I think he has gone in the Joker. There he just comes out of the Joker. He's between Kenny and Ratek.
Yeah, I mean the Joker must save you a fair bit of time, I think.
It is a bit of a quicker lap, that one. So generally, unless something goes wrong, it's a typical dirtfish Joker. It's a easy straight one, but the last bit of it has got an awkward turn. It's like
just as you come to the end of it, if you're not ready for it, that left-hander, which I did. If they all stay clean through here, certainly it's looking that way at the moment.
And Kenny looking a bit more at ease now than he was in the beginning. He was just maybe pushing slightly too hard while he was trying to get ahead, but his lines have cleaned up much more now as the race went on.
Berries is trying. He's trying his proverbial parts off to get there. He's brought that gap down.
Definitely not slow.
No, he's brought that gap down. But how much of that was
over
down
the line
to Kenny?
goes Kenny. Berries in second place. Ratek now in third place, and JPH not that far behind. Remember, he did make that mistake earlier, but good job. I mean, this is the fast sort of lobby from last.
That's a shame. If it wasn't
weekend.
for that, if it wasn't for that little bump in the background, I don't think he would have had a bad race. I think it would have been. I think he would have been fighting with Mark.
Well, you could see with that train at the beginning, it was close, close from the beginning. I mean, being his first season and one of his first races in the Rally Fighters, he did a good job there to keep up with the faster of the lobbies for tonight.
Yeah, it was a good race. It was a good race, to be fair.
Yeah, good job
much,
from
not much
from
in that
him.
at all, was there? Really, in all fairness, apart from the little bump for JP, it would have been pretty damn close. Anyway, I will show you what it's like to crash.
Now we head into qualifying 3, and we have Kenny, Ali, and Jacques in the first race. So I guess Jacques won't be joining. So it's a 2-car race again, and Kenny will be super happy for this because this gives him time now to just put in his laps. Ali,
just have fun.
Cool. Thanks for joining for the cameras. And Ali in this race again, because if you remember right, Ali did not race last week either, or the week before when we did the rallycross. Anyways, so we have Ratek on cameras again.
Yeah, man. Back in the commentary.
For this 2-car race. That was a good race you guys all just had there.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I had a super start, and I thought, right, I'm holding my line into that first tunnel, but I knew Kenny was around somewhere. I saw him just clip the barrier, but didn't spin him round or anything. But I just can't do anything about their pace, Kenny and Berries. Once they get the laps under the belt, they just close you down and hunt you down, and that's
super
it.
Quick. I don't know how they do it. They're on a different level to me, I can tell you that. But anyways, you did well at the start there. We had some nice train going at the start. There's a good couple corners of a 4-car train.
I was going to say, it's always good fun, isn't it? And I mean, like, just to drive these cars around like a track like this and have guys that you know that you can race against, it really does kind of like get you pumped for racing, doesn't it? It
does, especially when it works. The thing is, like, I can imagine, I mean, I'm not driving tonight, but I've driven here before, and if it's crashing a lot, then you're going to have a bit of a bad night. But if you're in a race like you were in now, and you're behind some guys, even if you're behind them, and you all get through a tight section and you're close, you get this like surge of adrenaline or whatever. You're so pumped to not have crashed. It's like so exciting. But into the first corner now. Interesting that he looked like he got a better launch than Ali. I wonder. Ali sideways into that tunnel.
He's really going to be stuck there for a bit.
Now imagine he was in the front and it was a 4-car race. That's what we are worried about tonight. That is something that could still happen, and
I'm sure it will happen at some point during the night. If not, you
Or in the
imagine
finals.
semi-finals night. That's going to be epic
But
to get
this
everyone
plays
through
to
there.
Kenny now. Kenny has no pressure now. He just puts in those laps. It's odd to see Kenny in the slowest first race. I think he got disqualified. I think it was. I think he jump started.
Was it his jump start? That was it. Yeah. I see him just clearing the bumper out the way of the tunnel.
Look at that line through that section. That, you see, he didn't have to adjust there. That was a proper. He just took it the whole way around. I think he's just showing off now.
I was going to say, I think I had that once in my race where I thought that was perfect. I'm happy with that. The rest of the time is I'm kind of like 50 pence in the corner, you know, like the edges of 50 pence is kind of like, no, yep, no. So it's kind of...
But, yeah, no, this Citroen, I have to say, one of the best cars when it goes sideways to watch. I really enjoy watching the Citroen go sideways.
Just check in on Ali, see how he's just going for his Joker now.
I mean, he will have picked up damage there as well, which will affect his run a bit.
He seems to have regained it though, and coping at the moment with whatever damage he's picked up. He doesn't look too out of shape, does he?
The thing is, you just got to do as well as you can, because you don't know what the next session is going to be. You know, everyone could get stuck in the tunnel next session, and you come second. You know.
Nice flick. Oh, a bit too much into that corner.
Too much full send. I could tell he didn't have the angle. He was sideways enough, but he didn't have the right trajectory.
It was going to look. Oh dear.
I don't mean to laugh, but that was rough. That was. Yeah, you can see. I don't think he's happy. But I would still finish if I was him. I mean, you never know. You might just be able to. I mean, if guys jump start or they pile up in the tunnel, I mean, he could theoretically, if things went really bad in the next two races, he could come second if he finishes this race for this qualifying round. So I would push through.
I think he's definitely pushing on. He's pushing the barrier.
Pushing the barrier through, but.
It's a shame for him that he's obviously thinking he's picked up that much damage and it's just not working for him. But
I mean, it's last lap now. Last lap. He just needs to finish.
Oh, I think he's
just doing donuts now.
He's found a tyre that he's...
Gymkhana course now. He's still got time. Come on, Ali. Cheering you on. Go for it. Unless he's run out of fuel. Let's hope he hasn't. I think the car goes invisible though when it runs out of fuel.
Still got fuel there.
Come on, Ali. Push on.
He's not going to be able to make it because of the time counting down. But yeah, I mean, as you're saying, any guys that kind of like, you know, you feel like giving up, it's worth pushing on, isn't it? I mean, I've had a few results where I've been surprised where I've finished qualifying, you know, mid to upper table, and you feel like you've had the worst run ever.
Yeah, a lot of that happened last time at the last course of Dirtfish. It was just super unexpected results. Some of the fast guys were like way down, and some of the guys that you thought, geez, they knew they won't be up there, and they were up there. So I mean, it's just worth pushing on till the end. Never give up. Alright, into race 2 now, qualifying 3. We have Carlo, Kento, McQuartie and Scott.
Okay, these guys are on the ball. They're diving straight in there.
So this is 3 teammates in this race. Again, all forwards.
Is it the first time this season we've seen them 3 out on track? together as teammates?
I don't know. We'll have to look back on that. I can't. They might have done it once before. Maybe on the ice track or something.
Maybe, but it's going to be tricky to know which one's which.
Well, it's different color wings. So I think if I'm not mistaken, the blue one is Motormouth. The red one, let me double check. I think that might be Kento.
Okay.
So I'm just going to double check here. I've got a picture somewhere. It is red wing Kento, yellow wing Marquardt. So I got it right. Starting to learn these liveries.
But Matsuchi with a good starting position and swamped by the team around him. So whether he feels any pressure of a full team squad around you, could be pretty daunting.
I don't know yet if we're at the level yet where guys use team tactics, but I don't see why not. I mean, it could be a thing. They do it in real life. Why not in sim racing? You know, doesn't mean that you got to crash a guy out like some people do in real life. I'm not gonna. But no, it's definitely if people end up doing those, it's something to think about. How people take their jokers and where they. Good start there from Carlo though.
Marquardt out dragged him to the first corner, but Carlo kept it tight into that first corner and slipped up the inside of him.
All those star cars
good move
there.
Kento into that second position. Marquardt drops into third. Motormouth as rear gunner for the team.
Sideways there for Matsuchi. He's really flinging it around now. He looks more comfortable than he did earlier.
He's probably having a couple of test sessions in between the races. That's what I used to do.
Probably. He's really flicking it. Look how sideways. Ooh,
just
clips the back of Kento.
On the merge from the Joker, so not what Kento would have wanted.
Remember, it is the responsibility of the person coming out of the Joker to be careful. That's the... So, I don't know. Didn't see enough of that to see exactly what happened, but that was unfortunate for both of them, really. Mostly for Kento, but...
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, like Matsuchi's now, I don't know whether he's going to go for his Joker yet, or
I would if I was
full
him.
send. He's full sending through that section, and he's got it right through there.
He's doing it on all the sections. Look how sideways he gets that car. He's going to do it now again. Just runs it too wide though, but skims the wall. Oh, no, there's the mistake. It wasn't the actual full send. It was the pulling it back, and he just clipped that other wall.
So Kento's through now. Matsushi's still got his Joker, but he seems to have...
Well, it looked like he was pulling off to the side there for a bit.
Yeah, really looked strange. His car was acting, but...
Maybe just the wrong gear or something.
He's back underway now.
Full send, there we go. That's what we want to see here tonight.
Marquardt was mirroring his... Oh no, Matsuchi through the top, but he's okay. He recovers well.
And he just goes straight into a full send again. He's really putting on a show for us here. Oh, you can see just having trouble in the background.
Yeah, he's just struggled through that section then.
Come on, Matsuchi, full send into the Joker now.
Nice through there. Oh, just clips his back end. That's the
He has been getting that
end.
one right all night there for this race, but he just got it wrong.
So where's Kento on track? Kento's already past that exit.
Doing a good job considering that earlier mistake between the two of them, but Carlo really throwing that car. You can just see the angle he gets is insane.
Just
too early.
Just his nose.
You can just see, even on the straights, he's fighting to throw. You can see how early he's chucking it around.
We don't encourage it, but we do love it. A good full send, don't we? I mean, it just clips his nose.
And in the Ford, you can just really see it, like, because it's so long. It's like really. Incredible there in the background. Look at the angle he gets. But let's watch Kento now get to the final section. He's also sending it a bit there. Just runs it wide.
A little wide. He's got time on his hands here, so he just needs to bring it over for a qualifying win there. He'll be happy with that.
Good job to recover there from Kento.
Matsushi runs wide again, so he's probably picked up a lot of damage with banging the front end. And,
I think so. He knocked the wall a lot this race after the last maybe two or three laps.
What's happened to Mark Quirty? Because he was...
Didn't he have an accident in a tunnel?
Yeah, but he wasn't too far away from...
Maybe just damage making it difficult to get around the corner. Remember, he is on controller as well.
Yeah, which probably... the twitching of the steering damage and stuff, it make it really awkward, so full respect to them.
And Motormouth is to the side there.
It up.
So remember, as we were saying earlier, it's best if you can to just continue, because I mean now this will probably put him at the bottom of the points table for this qualifying session. His car looks like it's floating there.
Yeah, I think they've
moonwalking around the track.
Motormouth the Moonwalker. He's a shame for him there not to be able to continue. But yeah, it was a good, entertaining race. It was Kento Matsushi, Mark Quirty, they're all putting on a bit of a show there.
You know, at some point when Carlo's on the track, he's gonna full send it, and he's definitely started now. And what was here, qualifying 3? So we still got another race from him. Let's see. All right, into the third race of this qualifying, and we've got Dusty, Ryan, which is Berries, Ratek, and JPH. So Kenny is going to be on cameras for this one, so he should be joining as well. Dusty's in, Kento needs to be out, and Berries and JPH. So we're just waiting on Berries and the cameraman. So it's another 3 Audi race. Lots of Audis here tonight.
Yeah. Seems to be one of the car choices for this season is Audi or a Ford, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we got the 3 Audis of Savage Racing, which are all in this session, and then we got Shark in the Audi. To be honest, in most seasons it's quite a popular choice. Remember season 2's winner was driving an Audi, RS Ripper. He won season 2. Okay, everyone's here. I think they're ready to go. Can hear you hydrating yourself there as you ready for this. Yeah, I see you ready up for this race.
I needed a nice zesty drink, so apologies for that, Danny.
No worries. If it could put on a good show for us, go ahead.
I don't know whether it'll help, but right, I shall join you guys in a bit.
Good luck. We'll see you in a bit. Alright, so the guys will be a bit more comfortable now. They've done a couple of races. Let's see what they can do. So loading in, Dusty's going to be hoping he gets a lucky draw here and gets put on the front of the grid. Ryan will be hoping the same, or Berries, as you guys will know him. Well, all of them will be hoping, but the two lucky ones are Dusty, probably the luckier being on the outside there, and Ratek on the inside. Barry's in his red Barry's car there in third on the outside at the back, and JPH on the inside in the Mini at the back. So they are ready to go here. Good launch there from Dusty. Rockets into first place. He is first around the corner. On the inside is Ratek, and they both come together, which sends them both into the wall. That's not what they would have wanted for the team there. JP also got tangled in it, but he comes out better. Barry's now with no one around him, so that paid off for Barry's, but as a whole for the team, not what they would have wanted. Remember, all three of these guys teammates. They would have all picked up quite a bit of damage there as well, I would imagine. So this is why you never give up, because you never know when this kind of stuff's happening. If these guys, if any of them can't finish the race because they picked up too much damage, if they're too slow, I mean, some of the guys probably could have beaten some of their times if their cars are too damaged. So never give up. You never know what's going to happen throughout the qualifying sessions. So Dusty looks like he's closing that gap now on the Mini. I reckon Dusty will take his joker here. Awesome line through that section. Don't know how he does it, but he makes a mistake into the wall, so he doesn't take that joker. I wonder if it's because he didn't have the right line. Berries has taken the joker though. So Berries will probably be looking to get one of the faster runs here tonight on this qualifying session. Dusty on the entrance to that tunnel. Now he's in reverse, so he's struggling with that damage there. You can see his teammate now, Ratek, catching up to him. I think both of them still need to take the joker though. So those cars probably got a little more damage than I first expected they did. Can just see he's struggling a lot. But let's take a quick look here at Berries. Berries is the guy to watch here on the final lap. So he's looking fast here. Full send through that section. Nice and neat through there. And he also, same sort of flick as Dusty there. So he's got a good line through that section. Very close on the corner inside. He's looking strong here. I wouldn't be surprised if this is one of the faster times of the night. Over the line he goes. Good job from Berries. JPH not that far behind, considering he was also involved in that initial collision. So he's over in second. Dusty now will cross the line in third place after struggling the whole race with the damage. Ratek also struggling with a lot of damage there. He's coming up to the final section. You can just see he's just driving it carefully around now. This is what we were talking about earlier. Never give up. Because just by finishing here, he will beat at least 2 people. And over the line he goes. So unfortunate race there for the Audis of Savage Racing, but who knows, if they do well in the next session, they could still be in the running here for some good total qualifying points.
Apologies to Dusty there.
That was very unfortunate for Savage Racing Audis. As the manager of Savage Racing, I'll have to have words with you all later.
I thought I'd done an epic move up the inside.
It was epic. It was just really unlucky. Like, it was just that the cars sort of stuck together, and that was the problem. But it was an epic move. If it had worked, it would have been a good one. But
I think it was one of them that I would have been happy on anyone, but to pull that move on Dusty and for it to have worked, I would have been happy all night long. And unfortunately, it never worked. So apologies to Dusty. I'm sorry for any contact that happened there. But hell,
anyways,
that's racing.
So qualifying for race 1, Carlo, Ali, and Jacques. So it's just a race now with the two brothers. So I mean, I don't know, I'm going to go and say this is probably going to be one of the most full send races we've seen tonight. Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I could imagine these two either just saying, right, let's have some fun, or they're going to be ultra serious and try and put in some top times for overall points.
I think, even if they did say that, it's Carlo. He's going to send. He's going to full send it.
I see Berry's just putting up some points there on the stream.
Yeah, so Dusty is apparently winning at the moment after qualifying 3, Kenny in second, and Berry's in third. So it just shows how quick Dusty was in the first 2 qualifying rounds, because that third one, he struggled a bit more. So I mean, he's still managing to hold on to it, so he just needs a decent run, I guess, in the last one, and he's looking like he'll take the TQ.
Top work to Berries there for sorting the points out in the background. Obviously, you can hear us guys, but there's people working in the background to bring you this information.
Great launch there from Ali. Carlo goes into a full send there on the inside, and good job to sneak up the inside there. He's looking like he's very aggressive. Look at that send. Look at how he just maneuvers that car. He's just flinging it everywhere. I love the twitchiness.
In the background.
I love the twitchiness down the straights. You can see he's like
Scandinavian flick, isn't it? That's what that's called. He's setting it up ready for. I saw Ali have a spin into the tunnel, so but unfortunate for him, but
it's like not even just the Scandinavian flick. It's like when he comes out of a quarter as well, because he's throwing it so hard, he has to like adjust to save it. It's awesome.
Quite rough.
He just runs it wide. So Ali goes through the Joker. He is right back on the tail of his brother there.
Looking up the inside.
Just puts a nose there. I think Carlo by now is used to going sideways, so it doesn't throw much to be knocked a little bit.
Good to see these guys
full send back again.
Jeez, man.
Almost backwards into that corner. I think that's what he's trying to do.
I think we're going to have to start adding style points to the championship.
We have to do an event or something, because we could get some good video footage from some of the guys in this community.
Just glancing his back end across the wall there.
It's just a little too aggressive, I suppose, for racing, but backwards, but hits the wall, and collision now with the two brothers. That's the risk you run when you going aggressive. Now they're having a wrestling match on the track by the looks of things. UFC fight. It is rally fighters, but fighting shouldn't be intentional.
So that Ali pops into the lead.
And he has taken the. Oh no, he did take the Joker. So Ali.
Yeah, he has.
You see, I just got confused for for a moment, because the Joker is usually the longer one, but on this track it's shorter. So that will keep Ali out front, I would imagine.
Matsusi's dropped a bit of time there, so he's got to be careful that he hasn't dropped too much.
I think he got a lot of damage.
He's got to give Ali the advantage here, isn't he? He dives for his Joker. Matsusi's
just comes out
just runs
ahead,
out.
but Ali makes a mistake.
A bit of brother rivalry here, and he's
nicely
he
done
set
there.
that one in. I think he set that up at the start line, didn't he, and started drifting that. So,
and he flicks it round. Nice entry there, and all the way into the tunnel. Nice job. That was one of the nice ones through that section there. Ali looked like he did okay there as well.
Yeah. He give it a big one.
Backwards there. He's just putting on a show now.
This is not where you normally get it backwards, is it? Though I mean, like normally
and he just continues through, but just too wide there. The Mercs on Wednesday are going to be nuts.
I can imagine with the weight shift of that Merc, it's going to drag people. Rear entry is going to be in most normal way into the corner. I think he's took it too tight there. Ali's going to come round.
Ali just missed him. And he's going to sneak up the inside. And he gets him over the line. I think he just got him. I don't even know what happened there. He did.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Look at the difference there in the time point. Oh my goodness. That is insane.
That was a good one. I'm going to save the replay on that one. And apologies, I pressed the wrong button again. But I shall rejoin in a second. Yeah, it was good entertainment there for a two-car race. You couldn't ask any more, could you?
I don't think it helped their times a lot, but it was fantastic to watch. Alright, going into the second race of qualifying 4. So it's end of the road for those guys that just raced. That was their final race of the night. Thanks for them for racing and putting on a show. Race 2 now, JPH, Mark. That's Ratek Mark, Scott and McQuartie Mark as well. So battle of the Marks right now. So that means we're going to need Kenny back on cameras again. JPH, McQuartie, and we're waiting on Motormouth. Now he's joined. We can see him there. So 2 big Fords and a big Mini. I bet you're feeling a bit intimidated there, Ratek.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a good start position. Hopefully try and get away clean, but it's how most of the night has been so far for me. I might just put on a bit of a show like the Matsusi brothers, but I don't know whether I can match their angles into the entries of corners.
A full send and a good position. Get a good position as well. You need the points. Climb that leaderboard.
Yeah, it's we shall do our best. I'll try and keep it reserved for the first couple of laps.
Alright, we've got our 4 cars. The guys are ready, and we are heading into the second race of the final qualifying round, which will be these guys' last race of the night. There is another race, but that's with other drivers. It's just for these guys, it'll be the last race. So put on a show, guys. Show us what you've got. have to say, this qualifying session tonight has gone a lot better than what I was expecting it to. Thought there would be more pile-ups in the tunnel, but that'll probably come in the 6-car races. So the drivers are lining up right now. We've got Radtech on the front row, so Radtech will be happy with that position. That's a nice one to start in. Marquardt, so it's both the marks there on the front. Marquardt on the inside at the front. We've got Motormouth on the back right. We've got JPH on the back inside against the wall in the Mini. So let's hope that they have a better start here than they did earlier with that Audi. Good launch there from all the guys, it looks like. Radtech quite wide, but he doesn't hit anything, which is good. JP into third. Nice line there from Radtech. You can see he goes the full way around. That's what we like to see. It's giving us some full send there. You can see there's a bit of a train there for second, third and fourth. Any of them going to Joker here and Motormouth Jokers. But he just runs it wide into that wall. It's quite a thin Joker lap, long straight, but ooh, just hits the wall there, and also his teammate, which is Marquardt. So JPH looking pretty strong tonight actually. I don't think he's made any major mistakes. Let's see him full send it through this section. What does his line look like? He looks a little bit more reserved than some of the guys, but a good fast line through there. Radtech has taken his Joker, JPH hasn't, so it'll be interesting to see where JPH comes out when he takes that Joker. I wonder if he's going to take it now or if he's going to save it till the end. He's going to save it till later. We're only on lap 2 though, so he's got 2 more laps to do it. No, he's made a mistake. That is Marquardt right on the back of him now. So this is a battle now for second place. It looks like both of them haven't taken that Joker lap yet. Nice line again from that Mini. Motormouth probably with some damage there. Nice full send into that turn, but just a bit wide. So Radtech now will be going on to his final lap. Let's watch him here. He's not looking like he's made a mistake yet that has caused him any damage, so that is always nice on this track. When your car is working 100%, then you can really use it properly. And a good line through there. See, I wouldn't say he flicks it quite like Dusty, but that's kind of more like what I do, is sort of a stop and a turn rather than that little flick. It's a very difficult corner, much harder to do than it is to look at. But now he will cross the line in first place, so good job from Radtech. He would have loved to finish on that note, I'm sure. JPH now, It's saying he didn't... Oh, he must have done his joke. It just ticked it now. And Marquardt will cross... Where is he now? He's still got quite a way to go of this lap, but he should make it. Like we said earlier, never ever give up. So 11 drivers were racing tonight, so all of these guys will be back for the finals on Thursday. And Marquardt will actually be racing in his first finals or semi-finals, sorry, on Thursday. We don't know about who's in the final yet, but the semi-finals are all in. And it'll be cool to see him. He usually qualifies, he just usually can't make it. So how did that one feel? I'm sure you're glad to finish on that note.
Yeah, that was a comfortable feeling in that. Glad to get a bit of space. Oh, left again for some reason. I keep on pressing the wrong button tonight. I'm having a big kind of moment, but no, it was comfortable. I felt comfortable, no pressure, and that's what really lets you focus on driving the track. But yeah, it was be interesting to see how that fares overall on the qualifying.
Yeah, so we got one more race now with Dusty, Kenny, Berries, and Kento. So it's going to be a good one. And it just shows you that Kento did have some good runs last go round in the pro course version, because he's in the lobby with the fast guys now.
Yeah, definitely did there. He's sitting strong, and I feel like he's had some good runs tonight.
I think he is definitely improving race by race. Anyways, we are just waiting on the last guy. There he is. And then we can get going. Kento, Kenny. If Berries is brave enough to use that Merc, we got a nice variety of cars.
I was thinking exactly the same. I was like, go on, Berries, be brave. Take a Merc out.
We will be seeing those Mercs on Wednesday after the lights. The lights should be quite cool around here.
I think there definitely will be. Yeah, there'll be. I think it'll be quite close racing with the lights.
All right. So this is the last time tonight you will see this track map as we load in.
There's our sponsor. I knew we had one.
Take a gander. Isn't that what they say? Yeah, but you know what's funny? That picture is from the pro course, I think. I don't think that's from this track.
It is, yeah. That's the start of the pro course, isn't it?
Yeah. So they were lazy. They didn't do a one for this track.
No. I'm keen to get an official sponsor on, for...
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Something we can use, that would be nice, like a cool drink or something, you know?
I mean, we do like Excite there into the Rallycross, we do know that, so, come along.
I have to say, I've never seen one of those in a shop here in South Africa. I don't know about the UK there. I know they're based in the UK, so...
I can't say that I've seen them on the shelves, but we'd help to promote the brand in any way we can. So, come on, Ollie Bennett, get your Excite out.
Great start position there from Dusty, and he's getting mega launches here tonight. He's already into that turn. Kenny up the inside there into second. He just kind of nudges the Ford there a bit wide of Kento.
It's tight through there. Berries doesn't go off.
He goes into the wall.
Fortunately, he hasn't lost too much time, has he, Berries, there? But
not at all. But yeah, I don't know. He might take a look at the Joker. I wouldn't be surprised. Berries.
Meanwhile, Kenny's right on the back of Dusty there. Dusty's diving for his Joker, trying to get that clear air, no pressure. It's probably a good move, and then Kenny's chose to stay out, which is you do the opposite, don't you, of
Can
to
see
what the guy in front of
Ford
you has done.
Kento took that Joker, so he obviously didn't want the pressure of Berries behind him either, which would have changed Berries' mind. If Berries was thinking of the Joker, he wouldn't have done it with Kento in there. But you can see that put Kento right on the back of Kenny.
Yeah, it's got to be worrying Kenny a bit, hasn't it? It's you don't want to see a car behind you. You think,
Not
right,
at
I
all.
just want to do my own lap time, try and reel in Dusty a bit. But
Because then you got to think of what happens if I have to defend this guy now, and how it's a whole mind process. You got to think, and it's.
I think
think he's
Kento has
made a
made a mistake because he's behind Berries now. So let's just see if no.
So
Kenny must have stayed out.
Dusty is far ahead because the other two after him haven't joked yet. So it's going to be an interesting strategy match, I think, here between second and third.
Yeah, it's whether Kenny can just bang in them laps, whether he's going to save it for the last lap, or whether he's going to go on jumping on this lap.
He might, because I mean he's got all that air ahead of him. If he thinks he's fast enough, I would just save it for the end.
Just looking at the last lap, I mean, Dusty's in the 52s, Kenny and Berris are in the 53s. Their laps are pretty much identical on the last lap.
Let's take a look there. You can see Berries is close, so it's tactics here. Who's going to joker first? I'm surprised Berries didn't.
Out.
I would have, if I was Berries, I think jokered now.
I would have done the opposite. Yeah, you do the opposite generally, don't you? Of what the guy
Because
in
now
front does.
he has to follow Kenny through the joker. That's the problem. So he has to. The only hope he's got at beating Kenny is to overtake him on the track. And we know that's not easy.
But then, being in their position, sometimes you
Let's
kind
take
of...
a quick look at Kenny, because it looks like Berries is still close.
He's catching him, he's bringing him in. Kenny just runs
You can
wide there,
just
but
see the line there of Berries. He's quicker. He's right behind him
onto
now.
the back end of him now.
This is going to be right till the end. Sorry for Dusty, but this is the fight we have to watch here.
See Dusty just going over the line there, but Kenny keeping it tight enough to block any manoeuvre.
So that was close at the end there, but you see, that's where the strategy should have come into play. I mean, if I was Berries, I probably would have jokered that previous lap, because he had to follow him.
To give you any chance, you have
even
to
if
kind
it's
of like
even
do
if
the
it's a
opposite,
mind
don't you?
even if it's a mind game, because then Kenny's also got to be thinking in his head at that point, if he can't see where Berries is, and he's thinking,
Where
am
is
I
he?
quick enough?
How quick is he?
What
Yeah.
do I have to do? How do I adjust my lines? And it's mind games as well as racing.
Definitely is.
You got to play mind games on the guys. It's like a pit stop strategy.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, it's one of them, isn't it? Is where it's with rallycross, it's not just kind of like qualifying times overall and stuff. It's using that joker to the best of your advantage and stuff. But I know, like, in sometimes when you're in the car and you're in that battle in the moment, I'd rather keep that person in sight, if you know what I mean. But then the only gain that you've got is using that joker really strategically to your advantage, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's super close racing. I mean, if anyone can have close racing, it's Berries, Kenny, and Dusty, isn't it? I mean, the pace between them three are
they the guys you would expect to be in front, but we know sometimes that doesn't happen. Sometimes we get a pleasant surprise, because it's nice to see some different guys win now and again. I haven't won Rallycross for a while. I don't know about you. Well, I won a different class last week, but it's not quite the same as winning this class.
I'll give you an insight into that, mate. Why do we both do commentary? It's
those who can't do commentary.
yeah. We found our place, and it's you know, it's hard to compete sometimes against people like that. But sometimes when the stars align, you can take the fight to them, and things have to be right. And
it
stuff
does
like that.
overall improve your pace as well. Like, it doesn't feel like it at the time in this race, but go race some random guys now online, and you'll be way quicker. I mean, the pace that the guys have got here is really good. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. It has been a great qualifying round tonight at Dirtfish Mill Run. Much better. I mean, I thought it was going to be much more chaotic than it was. I'm pretty happy with how it went.
We haven't had what we've been expecting. So bring on semi-finals when everyone's stuck in a tunnel.
Well, we've got Wednesday qualifying for the lights, and which is RF2 and the RFN of the Mercs, and that is on Wednesday night. So you guys can join us again for that. I'm sure. I mean, the Mercs are always interesting, and that's a six car race for each one. So that is going to be. If there's a place, there's going to be a pile up. And I'm in there. So that, I mean, knowing my luck, it'll be pile ups every lap. But anyways,
the ambulance that we've talked about.
I hope he's still there. I hope he's still there on Wednesday. I might need him.
But, he's staying there. He's got the hotel booked. He's staying there till Wednesday, mate. I've spoke to him.
Anyways, so we will be back for that, and hope to see everyone on the stream again. Good night. Thanks for watching. Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Ta-ra.